right? So you have your books with you, no?
Yes, sir.
Right? So we'll start. Okay. Now in this unit, the unit title is Database Searching and Search Strategy. Okay.
Okay, sir.
You all know what is database. A database is a collection of collection of electronic records organized in a systematic way. Okay. Organized indexed records of in electronic format is called as a database, right? Now,
Okay.
we all know that in a database, we'll have records. What records will be there in the database? It may be a student record, it may be a marks or whatever it may be. But in the context of library, it is a database consisting of document details. Okay, that is bibliographical details, or it can be a journal records, right? Nowadays, you can also find the total text of the article also in a database also. So those are called as full text databases. Full text databases, right? Now we'll see how to search a database and what are the strategies for that. Strategies. What is the strategy? Strategy means a plan. See, why do we plan? For searching also, we have to plan. Why? Because if we plan, we'll go in a proper way, or will not use, will be getting the result in a lesser time. అంటే తొందరగా రావడానికి మనకి ఈజీగా ఉంటుంది, right? So all these are the reasons why we have to have a strategy for searching also. Now in this unit, we'll see how to search a database and what are all different issues and challenges in searching a database for the records. Okay. Now, first, as I told you, a database consists of records, electronic records. Database is a collection of indexed electronic records, organized indexed collection of records. So we can say all these definitions for a database. Now, to search a database, we should have a strategy. Strategy means a plan how to search. Why? Because basically these databases are all commercial databases. Commercial means we have to pay for them. Even for hours also, we have to, we should not waste time on simply wasting and getting the wrong results, right? So suppose, for example, you have subscribed for 2 days, then you should use it for optimally, right? So therefore, you have to plan it. And if you execute the plans in a proper way, you will be able to get good results. Okay. Now we'll see. First one is, first topic in this unit is building a search strategy. Building a search strategy. Search means you're searching for something in these records. You are finding out something which is useful for you. For that, you are building a strategy. Building means planning. You are planning a strategy. Okay. Now there are 5 basic principles of search strategy formulation. What is this formulation? Formulation means developing. Formulation means writing down something. So for building the search strategy also, you have to formulate something. Formulate means synthesize or develop something. So that's we are going to see in this topic. And there are basically 5 principles are there. How to build a search strategy and how to formulate it. For that, before that, you have to get something, right? So that's what we are going to now find out what are those. The first one is, are you able to see that book? You are seeing that book, no? 252, page number 52, 252. Is it? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So page number 252, you can see the first one. Interview the requester. Interview the requester. Who is requester here? Requester is the person who wanted some information, or he might be a user. He or she might be a user. That user wanted some information. So that person is called as requester. And as a librarian, you have to interview the requester. You have to interact with the requester. Why? Induku? నువ్వు ఎవరికైతే ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కావాలని కోరుకుంటున్నారో వాళ్ళని ఇంటర్వ్యూ చేయాలి. ఇంటర్వ్యూ అంటే టెలిఫోన్కి ఇది మళ్ళా పేపర్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ లాగా కాదు. యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ వై, వాట్ ఈస్ ది పర్పస్ అండ్ హౌ మచ్ డస్ హీ వాంట్ or that person wanted about that topic. You should know it. So when you will know, when you interact with him, when you talk to that person, then only you will be able to assess, right? So అతనికి ఏం కావాలో తెలుసుకోవాలంటే నువ్వేం చేయాలి, ఫస్ట్ వాళ్ళతోని ఇంటర్వ్యూ చేయాలి, వాళ్ళని అడగాలి ఏం కావాలి, ఎంత డెప్త్లో కావాలి, ఓకే, ఎంత రీసెర్చా లేకపోతే జనరల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషనా ఆర్ వాట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, అట్లాంటి డీటెయిల్స్ అన్ని తెలుసుకోవడానికి you have to first interview with the requester. అంటే యూజర్ తోని ఇంటర్వ్యూ చేయాలి ఫస్ట్. ఓకే, దెన్ నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈస్ కాన్సెప్చువలైజ్ ది సెర్చ్ టాపిక్. సో మనము ఇంటర్వ్యూ చేస్తే ఏమొస్తుంది, కొంచెం ఐడియా వస్తుంది బ్రాడ్గా. సపోజ్ మనం ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చిన్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తాను. మీరు ఎవరైనా వెళ్తున్నారనుకోండి, మిమ్మల్ని పిలిచి అడుగుతారు, సరే ఈ ప్లేస్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది అని అడుగుతారు. అడిగితే మీరు ఏం చేస్తారు, డైరెక్ట్గా చెప్పరు కదా. you'll be analyzing what he wanted it. మీకు ఆ ప్లేస్ ఎందుకు, అక్కడ ఏమైనా ఇల్లా లేకపోతే అక్కడ ఏమన్నా స్కూల్ ఉందా, కాలేజ్ ఉందా, you'll find out something about that. Then you'll guide him. ఓకే, వాళ్ళని గైడ్ చేయడానికి you'll find more and more information and you'll tell the answer. So here also same thing. As a librarian, you should first interact with the requester and find out what actually he wanted it and how much he wanted, how much depth he wanted it. And based on that answers, you can analyze what type of answer he requires, right? So second one is conceptualize the search topic. So in the first stage, you will get some answers, some information you will get it. Means ఏం అనుకుంటున్నాడు, ఏం కావాలి, ఏం ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ వాళ్ళకి రిక్వెస్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు, అట్లాంటి బ్రాడ్గా కొంచెం మనకి అర్థం అవుతున్నాడు. యూ విల్ అండర్స్టాండ్ వాట్ యాక్చువల్లీ ది రిక్వెస్టర్ ఈస్ wanted it, right? So based on that, we'll conceptualize అంటే దాన్ని అర్థం చేసుకొని దాన్ని ఒక సిస్టమాటిక్ వేలో పెట్టుకుంటా ఉన్నాం. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఒక యూజర్ వచ్చేసి నాకు క్యాన్సర్ మీద బుక్స్ కావాలి, క్యాన్సర్ ట్రీట్మెంట్ మీద బుక్స్ కావాలి అన్నాడు, క్యాన్సర్ ట్రీట్మెంట్. సో ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ you'll ask him what type of cancer he wanted it. There are number of types, different types of cancer treatment is there. Treatment kavala, side effects kavala, effects kavala, what are the types of information does he wanted. So based on that, you will analyze, you will get some answers and use that answers to conceptualize. అంటే ఒక దాన్ని ఒక ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్ లో పెడతాం అనమాట. అదే సెకండ్ స్టేజ్, కాన్సెప్చువలైజ్ ది సెర్చ్ టాపిక్. సో బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ది ఫస్ట్ స్టేజ్ answers, you will analyze it and you will keep it in a framework in the second stage. That is called as conceptualize the search topic. So here you will use in the first stage, you will get some keywords. A keywords mean Boolean logic like and, or, not operators. Using that operator, you will frame different sentences. రకరకాల సెంటెన్సెస్ ని ఫార్ములేట్ చేసుకుంటా ఉంటాం. ఆ సెంటెన్సెస్ ని ఫార్ములేట్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత దాని మీద అంటే బేస్డ్ ఆన్ దట్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఇదేనా అని మళ్ళా you will ask the user whether is this the information that the person requires. So you will analyze, you will formulate different questions and you'll answer, you'll ask them. Okay, that is the second stage. Third stage is use database vocabulary aids. Now use database vocabulary aids. Aids means tools for vocabulary. So suppose for example, if I come to a library and I'll ask, sir, I wanted books on Phoenix. I'll say Phoenix. Books, I wanted some books on Phoenix, Phoenix. So what you will tell, what Phoenix, what is that Phoenix? Because the Phoenix is a word which has several meanings. Phoenix is a city, Phoenix is a bird, Phoenix is a shoe company. There are many are there, right? So we will ask what actually you wanted. Phoenix, what is that Phoenix? Context is what is that context you wanted? You wanted information on city, or you want information about the Phoenix bird, or you want Phoenix about the shoe company, or whatever it may be, different are there. So you wanted it, right? So that you will analyze using the vocabulary tools such as thesaurus. Some tools will be there in the database, built-in tools will be there. They come up with the software, right? They come up with the software tools. So you can find out, you can use those tools to find what actually the user wanted is, right? So if there are some tools are there, vocabulary tools. By default, we'll get in the library LCSH, SLSH, and thesaurus, and there are many other tools are also there in the database. So using those tools, you will find out exactly what is the requirement and what is the context. Okay. So here there are some databases provide some tools like expand, neighbor, root, explore, tree. These are the options which will be provided in the databases. Expand means it will expand. If you click it, it will drop down, right? Like a drop down, like a tree structure, it will come up. So you can select from those structure what actually you wanted. It's like a tree, it will come out. If you click on it again, it will de-expand or it will expand, right? So like that, there are some tools will be there. So you can use that. Neighbor means relative. For example, nearest word is called as a neighboring word. Okay, like for example, Telangana is neighbor to AP. Telangana is neighbor to Karnataka. Neighbor means nearing place. So for even for the words also, there will be nearing words, neighboring words. So neighboring means having similar meanings or almost near meaning, like that it will be there. So that kind of a words will be there. So you will be finding from that facility called as neighbor. Root means the main broad heading, broad topic. Then explode, like you'll spread it. Like that, different options are there, which we can use them in the database software tools. Okay. Then fourth one is interact with the system. Interact means after formulating all this, after defining the statement, you'll type the statement in the software and click on the execute button. So that is nothing but interacting with the system, interacting with the software. You will interact with the software, right? Then fifth one is use system capabilities. So there might be some kind of advanced capabilities. For example, when you use Google search engine also, so there are some advanced search features will be there in Google also. There is nothing but a capability of a search engine. So here also in database tools, there will be some advanced capabilities also. So you have to use them so that you are going in a right direction. Your search is in a correct direction. Suppose if you waste a lot of time on simply getting wrong results, it's a waste of money. So therefore you have to be on dot, and relevant results only you should get it. So for that purpose, you have to plan it. You have to build the strategies using different tools and aids of the database system. And finally, you'll get a good search results or relevant search results will be arrived only after executing in a proper way. Okay, so these are the five basic principles of building a search strategy. Building means developing a search strategy, developing the search statement. Search strategy means planning. Okay, you will be planning the search also in a proper way. So how to plan? These are the basic 5 principles. First one is interview the requester. Then second one is conceptualize the search topic. Then use database vocabulary aids. Third one. Fourth one is interact with the system. Interact with the system. Then fifth one is use system capabilities. Use system capabilities. Okay. Then next one is types of search strategies. Types of search strategies. In that types of search strategies, there are one bit. There are 2 types of search strategies. 1 minute. So are you getting that? Is it okay? The first one, building a search strategy. Okay, are you able to understand that? Anyone? Yes? Hello? Okay. See, these search strategies are two types. Formulation of search strategies. So, reformulation search strategies. Reformulation means, so when you search in a system, suppose for example, let us say in a Google, you'll type in a Google search engine, when you type and execute it, right? So if you are not getting the correct results, what you'll do? When you do not get the correct results, what you do? You change it. You change the letters. You change the words. You'll change the words. Then again, you will re-execute it, right? So that is nothing but reformulation. You are formulating the statement again. You are formulating the statement again, or changing the statement, or modifying the statement, and you are re-executing the search strategy. Why? Because you are not getting the correct results. So therefore, you wanted to change the words and you are reformulating it. Okay. So that's called as reformulating the search strategy. Okay. Next one is in that reformulating search strategies, what we do is generally we'll broaden our search, narrow down our search. Now, what is this broadening and narrowing down? Broadening means, like for example, cone ice cream is a cone. At the top, it is broad. When you come down, it is narrowed down. Means smaller and smaller. Like for example, when you cut onion is there, right? Onion. If you peel off the outer parts, what you will get? It will go and lower and lower and lower and lower, and inside you will find something, right? Here also in a subject also, when you go into depth, it will become narrowed down. For example, mathematics is there. Mathematics. Under that, arithmetic. Under that, trigonometry. Under that trigonometry, there is this. What is that? Trigonometry. Then under that, the last will be there. So like that, when you come from top to down, you are narrowing down. Specialization will be there. Specialized areas will be there. When you go up, it will broaden. See, mathematics is the broadest area. Algebra is the narrowed down area. Okay, grandfather. Mathematics is like a grandfather, and grandson is like an algebra, right? So that is the narrowed topic. That is the broad topic. So here also same thing. When you search, you'll do two things: narrowing down or broadening your search. How to broaden? Using some operators like such as OR operator. When you use OR operator, it will broaden your search. Broaden means scope will be wider. And when you use NOT operator, NOT, you are excluding something, you are removing something. That means you are narrowing down. You are coming down, right? For example, a group of students are there, 100 students are there, right? So first what I will say, only girls or only boys I will say. Then what happened? 50% is down, 50% or 30%, whatever it may be. Some will be reduced. Then from among the boys, suppose if I selected boys, only boys, then out of 100, there are, let us say 40 are there, 40 boys are there. I'll say the boys above 5 feet. If I say boys above 5 feet. So what happens? Above 5 feet only will be there. Less than 5 feet will drop down. So you are coming down means narrowing down your scope. So here also you are narrowing down your search strategies through some kind of a criteria. Through some kind of a criteria, you will be narrowing down or broadening your search. Like for example, those operators are called as NOT operator or AND operator or operator. These are called as Boolean logic. Boolean logic. So these operators are used for reformulating the search strategies. Okay. Next is searching online catalogs. Searching online catalogs. So what is this catalog? What's a catalog? What does catalog contain? Anyone? ఎవరన్నా చెప్పండి catalog లో ఏముంటుంది? What does catalog contain? Anyone? Siri? వింటున్నారా ఎవరైనా క్లాస్? What's a catalog? Hello, are you there?
క్యాటలాగ్ ఒక బాక్స్ లో ఉంటుంది సార్. టైటిల్, ఆథర్ అవన్నీ ఫిల్అప్ చేయాలి. ఇంకా
Catalog is a record of documents, records of the document, bibliographical records. Catalog is nothing but a bibliographical record of the document collection in the library. Okay. Now, right, online we'll see catalog, right? Generally physical catalog will be there in the old libraries. Nowadays we'll have online catalogs. Now what is this online catalog? A system will be there, computer system will be there. You go to that system and you'll type keywords, and if you find out, you'll note the availability of the books. Either you will be searching with the author name or title, or by subject you will be searching the documents. Okay, so there are some characteristics for the online catalogs also. Okay, now generally in an online catalog you'll find the details in the form of a mark record. What is this mark? What is this mark? Yes, Vani.
one represent is that is one
Mark,
represent.
Mark means machine readable catalog code. Machine readable catalog. So it's a record which is understood, or which is in the format which is understandable by the machine. Machine format, right? Machine readable format is called as. So mark format. So you'll find the record in the form of a mark. Mark format is there. So mark stands for MARC. It's also a short answer question. Mark stands for machine readable catalog code. Machine readable catalog code. Okay. So usually you'll find the records in mark format. So that's the characteristic of online catalogs. So what are the details? Bibliographical descriptions also will be there. What are those bibliographical descriptions? Like author, title, subject, ISBN number, and series number, or whatever it may be. All the bibliographical details also will be there along with the subject descriptors. Now you all know, I think you have done your cataloging practice. So you have used LCSH. You all know what is LCH, LCSH, SLSH? Did you use that? SLSH. CS list of subject headings. SLSH stands for SLSH, stands for Sears list of subject headings. So it's a book which will be in the library, which gives you prescribed subject descriptors that to be used in the cataloging. So you'll also find out these descriptors in the online catalogs. You'll find all these descriptors in the catalogs. Even it can be a SLSH or LCSH also. There are two books are there, LCSH and SLSH. Library of Congress subject headings list. Another one is Sears list of subject headings. So both you can find out, and these online catalogs will have both subject descriptors. Okay, so these are the characteristics of online catalogs. And second is, what will be the contents of online catalog records? What will be the content in the records? All the bibliographical details such as author, title, pages number, do you have any editors, or in case of a journal, you'll have ISSN numbers. In case of a book, it is ISBN number, publisher name. So all these details will be there in the record. Content of record is nothing but the bibliographical details of the records. Okay. Then searching online catalogs. Third one is searching online catalogs. Yeah. Now searching for the online catalogs. How to search in an online catalog? Mode of searching. There are two methods are there. You can see that in 254, page number 254. In that you can see mode of searching online catalogs. Mode of searching online catalogs. There are two methods are there. Specific item searching. Second is subject searching. Now what is this specific item searching? Okay. Now what is this specific item searching? You know subject searching, right? What is subject searching? Like for example, I wanted to have or locate books on mathematics. It's a subject searching. Or if I want to search books on physics, or let us say atomic physics, or let us say electronics, anything, whatever it is, political science or public administration, whatever it may be, it's a subject. So you will be searching on the specific subject. That's called as subject searching in online catalogs. Specific item means a particular document. Either it can be published by an author or a specialized area of a book, or particularly a publisher, like that. Specific item. You are specifically mentioning what book it is. Not in a broader way. You are telling in a narrow down way, right? So these are the two ways you will be searching the online catalogs. One is specific item searching, and second one is subject searching. So subject searching means general. You will say the general subject area, and whereas specific means you will mention some more criteria to identify a specific person. Let us say, for example, there are 100 students are there. You wanted to identify a specific person. Okay, person correct ga man cheppali. Appo em chestam? Either you will use the name. If you do not use the name, you will say some kind of a specific character. Suppose like that, you'll say, yes, that boy with wearing specs and wearing blue dress. You will say like that. So that is specifically you are telling that this one. Or else, if I say all BLIC students or MLIC students, if I say that is a total, right? Subject, like subject is. Okay. Then next is subject searching. So in that subject searching, most of the users come to library and they will search mostly on subject only, not specific items, because generally they doesn't know which books are good. Generally, mostly only it is an average 72% of the searches are on subject only. It's not on specific items. Okay. Then if you go with the subject related, first, what a librarian needed. Suppose you are a person who is doing the work of subject searching for the users. So first of all, you should have the knowledge about the subject. For example, you are working in a medical library. You are working, let us say you are working in a medical library, and you do not have the knowledge about the medical knowledge or medical terminology, then you will not be able to function properly. So therefore, you should have knowledge about the subject which you are searching, right? Suppose, for example, if your user is saying, I want books on, let us say, civil engineering. So you should also know the terminology of the civil engineering also. The civil engineering terminology, like, for example, the materials which are used in engineering, the material like cement, like furniture, steel, all those terminology should be, you should be known, right? So therefore, here also same thing. When you go for subject searching, You should have the knowledge of subject searching. For example, why if you know, you will be doing the search properly. Okay. Then next is, if you do not have proper, if you have a little bit knowledge about the subject, then you can use some tools like Thesaurus. Thesaurus is there, and also LCSH is there, or SLSH is there. So these tools we can use to find out the nearest terms, broad terms, related terms. All these terms can be found out using this vocabulary. Because as a librarian, you need not have the total knowledge. You are not a doctor. If you are working in a medical library, you need not be a doctor. At least you should have some knowledge, but not. It does not mean that you should have all the knowledge, right? So you will be consulting the different books, and you will find out the actual knowledge about that, and you will be able to serve the users properly. Okay, so you will be using the Thesaurus and other subject headings tools for analyzing what the user requires and what type of information does the wanted in searching. Okay, next is, you should also have the knowledge about the search capabilities. Like, for example, we should have understanding about the software and what are the tools and facilities which are available in the software, and how to use them. All this knowledge must be there so that you will be able to use them effectively in a proper way. Okay. Then next is fields for subject searching. What are the fields generally we will use for subject searching? Generally, we will use title field, then subject field, area of subject, and also sometimes you will use classification number also. So generally, when you use the classification number, means it's nothing but again a classified code number given based on the subject, based on the area of the subject or thought content of the subject. So therefore, these are the fields majorly used for subject searching. Okay. Next is here example. One example is searching the subject fields. For example, in medical library, MESH is there. Medical subject headings. So other than this, suppose you wanted to go for engineering library, you are working in a engineering or factory library. So there are some other subject headings list is there, right? InSpec is a physics, physics. Like for each and every subject, there is a subject heading tool. So that will be used, that can be used for knowing, getting the knowledge about the search areas. Okay. Next, keyword searching in the title. Now, generally, when we ask the user, he will say some kind of a word, or he will also use some kind of a title. For example, I wanted to find out a book on algebra. So you'll see some kind of a book, right? A textbook on algebra, or equations in mathematical equations, algebraic equations in mathematics. Like that, some titles will be there. So from the title also, you can take the keywords. Okay. Suppose, let us say, suppose for example, a book on public administration. Let us say public administration. So you will say what are the keywords will be there. Like for example, the service conditions, the rights, citizens' rights, rules. Then the voters, about the details about the voters. What are all these? We can take some keywords from the title also, book title also. For example, let us say we have a textbook like what I should say, genetic diseases, genetic disorders. Like for example, genetic disorders in the pregnant women. Let us say that is a textbook. Genetic disorders in pregnant women. That is the title of a book. Now, what will be the keywords in this? Can anyone tell? Cheppandi evarana. Genetic disorders in a pregnant woman. What are the keywords in this?
GDP.
Genetic disorders in a pregnant woman. So what are the keywords?
GDPW. GDPW.
EDP.
GDPW.
EDPW. No, not like that. Not keywords. Keywords. Keywords means, suppose I have told this, na? First, genetic. Diseases. One keyword. So diseases, nearest words are treatment. Okay, treatment. Then symptoms, pregnancy, woman, female. So these are the keywords which we can take from this title. That means from title, you can get some keywords. It may not be the same word. You can use some other words also.
Okay.
Okay. So like that, you can take some keywords from the book title also, book title. Okay, that's what called as searching, keyword searching in the title. Next is searching classification number fields. So if you know the classification number, it's very easy to identify what subject it is, because classification number is always given based on the thought content. So based on the depth, you'll find out some number, you classify a number, and you'll assign it to the document. So therefore, here also same thing. If you know the classification number, it's very easy to find out the subject fields also. Okay, right? For example, specialized areas are there, electronics. Based on the classification number, you can tell the subject areas or nearest areas or in-depth areas or broad areas. You can tell all these fields using the classification codes also. Okay. Now, next one is problems users have with the subject heading, subject searching. Okay. Now, problems users will have with the subject searching. What will be the problems that are faced by the users, particularly in subject searching? Basically, the knowledge. They will not have the complete knowledge. So that is the first one. See, they have problems in making their terms, matching their terms with those used in the online cataloging. See, suppose, for example, color, C-O-L-O-U-R. I'm using C-O-L-O-U-R, but in the catalog, they might use C-O-L-O-R, American English, British English, right? And another example is also there. Suppose, for example, if I use LED TV, but in the catalog, there might be using another word, light emitting diode. So it's a technical word, right? Light, in popular, it is called LED, whereas if they use light emitting diode. So there is a difference in the terminology, difference in the abbreviations or synonyms. Sometimes they are used synonyms also. So these are the generally users will be facing the difficulty, and also broader and narrowing terms. So based on the topic of interest, they will not be able to assess which is the broad term, which is the narrow term, and lack of understanding of the printed library of subject. Most of the users does not have knowledge about LCSH and SLSH. Even the librarians does not have knowledge about that. In fact, so most of you also does not know what is LCSH or SLSH, right? So how can a user know that? So basically, the lack of understanding about the subject headings is also a problem for the user while searching the catalog. Okay. And also, they do not know the strategies also, how to narrow down, how to broaden the search, how to narrow down the search. That is very must, right? See, suppose if you use the broaden search, broadest term always, it will lead to many results. And in that, you will not be able to find out the correct one. You have to filter them. You have to reduce you have to give more criteria so that it is narrowed down. So narrowing down always give you some kind of a for example, it will lead to a better result. Relevant one you will be getting more and more. Okay. Then the users does not know how to use the Boolean operators and truncation method. There are two methods are there, truncation methods. Generally, we'll use them in the search engines also. Truncation. We'll use two wildcard characters, asterisk and question mark. Asterisk is for multiple characters. Question mark is for single character. If you place the asterisk symbol at the end, we can skip for skipping of the typing work. You need not type the total word. Just you'll use some words, and after that you'll place asterisk symbol. That means whatever the word you are typing, you wanted in the retrieve list, the words which starts with that letters. That's what you wanted to tell using the truncation method. This truncation method is very useful to save the typing work. So there are three methods are also there. Like you can place the asterisk at the left or right on the middle also. If you place at the left, it is called as left truncation. And if you place at the right, it is called right truncation method. And in the middle, it is called as middle truncation method. So either you can place at the end, right, or in the middle. So there are two characters, truncation method. One is asterisk symbol. Asterisk is for multiple characters, and question mark is for single character. Okay. Next is improving the design of the online catalogs. So even the website or interface through which you are interacting with the catalog is also very important. It should be user friendly. It should be always user friendly and helpful way. So always you should be able to understand quickly by seeing that, right? So design helpful interfaces, right? Then provide non-Boolean best magic search capabilities also. Because most of the people does not know about Boolean operators and how to use them. Even other methods also should be available in that interface. There should be a provision for non-Boolean search capabilities also. Then use an automated sequence of search strategies. See, I think you all know what in Google also we can see that when you search and you'll close it, and when you come tomorrow, it will show you whether you wanted to search on this again. It remembers, the system remembers what did you search in the past. So based on that search also, you will be able to get the details. That search remembering should also be there in the interfaces. Then use knowledge-based and natural language processing for query formulation. Generally, it should be on the natural language only, because many does not know about the technical terms, right? So therefore, it should be always on the natural language processing only. It should not be on the subject descriptors, basically, because see, when we type, it should take the subject parameters inside. But when we type, it should be in the natural language only. Okay? See, for example, if I type cancer, if I type the word cancer, internally it should take leukemia, because that's the technical term, right? So, because I do not know the technical term, or most of them does not know about the technical terms. So therefore, it should be always on the natural language processing only. The interfaces should be. Okay? Then there should be a hypertext or an enhanced thesaurus system. Thesaurus is a kind of a dictionary where you'll find out related terms, nearer terms, broad terms, and also a scope note about the each and every word in a particular area of topic. So that's a very thesaurus is a must for any search engine, search tool. So always we have to use an enhanced thesaurus system to build a interface, to build a database interface system. Okay. Then enhance the online catalog for searching the class numbers also. So there should be a provision for searching through classification numbers also. That is more efficient, because already by classification numbers, you will be able to assess what type of content it is. Already somebody has worked on it. So therefore, by seeing the class number, you can tell the search area or the topic which is there in the book also. Okay. Then searching the bibliographical database. So here, how to search the databases, bibliographical databases particularly. For example, we should know, first of all, there are many databases out there. What type of database you wanted to search for? First of all, you have to find out that. Whether you wanted to search in a statistical database, or an image database, or a textual database, or a numerical database, or a video database, or an audio database, or a non-bibliographic, or a bibliographic, local, regional, online or offline. So there are a number of databases are also there. So first of all, you should identify which database you require. For example, you are working in a chemistry lab. You are working on a chemistry department, let us say. You are working in a chemistry department library. And usually the researchers who are working in the chemistry research labs, they wanted some kind of a structures. So suppose the researcher has asked you and showed you some kind of a structure, and you wanted to find out, that person wanted you to find out the related structures or similar structures like this. Then which database you will use? You will be using the image databases, image. Okay. Suppose, for example, you wanted to know the details about a person, biographical databases, right? Suppose you wanted to know the statistics about some kind of a education system in our state. How many girl students are there? How many rural students are there? How many students belonging to deprived communities are there? So you should know that details. So basically, you will be using the statistical databases there. So you should first of all identify the correct database. So you have to identify the correct database. Otherwise, you are wasting a lot of time on the system. So database selection is the first foremost step before you begin the searching. And also, whether you wanted a historical database or a latest one. Because year-wise also, you wanted the old data or the latest data. That's also much. So there are, you can see in the 256, page number 256, there are a number of factors that influence the selection of databases. Who said? John, or he has given some factors which influence during the selection of the database. See here, the type of information desired, whether it is bibliographical or non-bibliographical, right? If the user wanted a bibliographical data, you should consult a bibliographical database. If the user does not want that, then you should consult non-bibliographical database. Okay? And also, from which you wanted information. Suppose you wanted a scholarly information, then you should consult a research database or a books. If the information you wanted is a normal information, you can consult a book. So there are a number of factors. The second one is how much coverage, whether it's a broad area or a narrowed down area or a specialized area of a topic, that also is must. Okay. So there are a number of years. That's also must. Suppose if your database is very old and you are consulting that database and you will not get the latest data. So therefore, always you have to see the years also, the number of years occurred also. Why? Because that data might be very old, which is not relevant to the present context. In case of historical database, research, you always require the old data also. So therefore, depends type of the purpose, type of the requirement. Based on that, you have to select the database. Then database selection method is there. In that, second stage is database selection method. So first one, see here, there is a flowchart is there. Okay, in page number 257, you can see a flowchart. So if you draw the flowchart or if you learn the flowchart, you will be understanding how to select the database. So first stage is what? Information from interviewer. You have to consult the requester. You have to interact with the user. Then only you will be able to assess what information, what type of information does the user want. So based on that, what you'll assess, you'll get second one, type of information required. So after interviewing the candidate, you'll know what type of information is required by that person. Okay. Then third stage, is type of information covered by specialized document databases or not? Suppose, is this information required is general or a special type? అంటే కావాల్సిన ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ జనరల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఆర్ స్పెసిఫిక్. ఒకవేళ జనరల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అయితే జనరల్ డేటాబేసెస్ లో ఉంటుంది, స్పెసిఫిక్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అయితేనేమో స్పెషలైజ్డ్ డేటాబేసెస్ లో ఉంటుంది. అక్కడ ఎస్ఆర్ నో ఉంటుంది చూడండి. ఎస్ అయితేనేమో కిందికి వెళ్తాము, అంటే స్పెషలైజ్ డేటాబేసెస్ అయితేనేమో కింద ఆరో మార్కు, నో అంటేనేమో రైట్ సైడ్ ఆరో మార్క్ తీసుకోవాలి. ఓకే. ఒకవేళ ఎస్ అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏంటి, సబ్జెక్ట్ ఏరియా ఏంటి, ఎంత కవరేజ్ కావాలి, ఎంత డెప్త్ లో ఉండాలి. ఓకే. దెన్ అగైన్ ఈ సబ్జెక్ట్ రిలేటెడ్ టు స్పెషలైజ్డ్ సబ్జెక్ట్, ఎస్ అగైన్ ఎస్ అంటే అటు వెళ్తుంది, నో అంటే కిందికి వస్తుంది. రైట్. సో ప్రైమరీ డేటాబేసెస్ ఆర్ హౌ మచ్ subject coverage should be applied for this. So this flowchart, when you analyze this yes or no conditions chooskuntu velte, you will be able to finally decide what database does you require. So this is the figure. This is the figure of database selection methodology edited by Ryan E. Okay, this person has drawn this. If the question comes in your exam, you also draw this diagram. If you draw this diagram, you'll get more marks. Okay. Then next page, 241. I have got a source list of CD-ROM database search. Okay. See here, there is a database, LISA, Library and Information Science Abstracts, which was published in 1999. It's a CD-ROM database search. So here you can see they have searched and they have found out these many records. See it, CD-ROM Information Store, CD-ROM, a new advanced in need. These are the databases which are available in that CD-ROM. In that LISA, these are the list of records available in that, and they have executed one search there. A sample record from LISA database. See how it is displayed. How it is displayed in the CD-ROM. So here, Library and Information Science Abstracts, number 7293, CD-ROM and Information Storage and Retrieval Tool, R.S. Sharma, R. Patnaik. These are the two authors. Then some title is there, Information Management in Academic Libraries, Caliber. It's a proceeding there. So here you can see that details about the record here. Okay. So you can see the sample record, how it is displayed in the, when you search in the CD-ROM. Okay. Right. So are you able to understand this? Is it okay? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that's an example of a sample search. Okay. So we have completed this unit. Any doubts on it? Any doubts?
ఒక చిన్న ఐడియా అండి. శాంపుల్ సర్చ్ అంటే ఒక తీసుకొని దాని మీద రీసెర్చ్ చేయడం అని.
శాంపుల్ సర్చ్ అంటే అందులో ఆ సీడీని ఇన్సర్ట్ చేసి ఒక సర్చ్, ఒక కీవర్డ్ టైప్ చేసి ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తారన్నమాట. ఒక రికార్డ్ వచ్చింది. సపోజ్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ లీజాని సర్చ్ చేశారు, LISA, లైబ్రరీ అండ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ సైన్స్ అబ్స్ట్రాక్ట్స్. ఆ లీజాని సర్చ్ చేశారు. సర్చ్ చేస్తే రికార్డ్ ఎట్లా వచ్చింది అనేది ఇక్కడ చూపించాడు అనమాట, శాంపుల్. అంటే మీరు ఇప్పుడు డేటాబేస్ లో సెర్చ్ చేస్తే ఎట్లా వస్తుంది అనేది ఇక్కడ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ లాగా చూపించాడు.
అట్లా ఎన్నో రీసెర్చ్ చేయొచ్చు.
ఓకే.
అట్లా ఎన్నో చేయొచ్చా సార్?
ఏదైనా రికార్డ్ చేయొచ్చు.
దిస్ ఇస్ ఓన్లీ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. అట్లా ఎన్నో ఉంటాయి.
అందులో ఉన్న సిడీలో ఉన్న రికార్డు ఒక శాంపుల్ రికార్డ్ ని మీకు డిస్ప్లే చేశాడు అక్కడ, ఎట్లా వస్తుందని.
అట్లా ఎన్నో ఉంటాయి, ఎన్నో చేసుకోవచ్చు లైబ్రరీలో.
అవును.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Okay. ఇంకేమన్నా ఉన్నాయా డౌట్స్? Okay, na? So shall I close it?
Thank you, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. Tomorrow we'll meet again. Okay.
Okay,
Tomorrow
sir.
I'll come. Definitely tomorrow I'll come.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Right. Right. Bye.